Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the sixth episode of ScottTraaPod. It is currently 10 p.m. It is much later. It's also a Wednesday. This is another weird episode. We've both been out of sorts. Well, not out of sorts. If you want to explain it, Bob, you can if you want to.
Yeah, for, for me personally, just a lot of health stuff came up, so haven't been in the best condition to record any episodes without me sounding like a dead person.
Well, we're glad that you're back. The original plan for episode 6 was actually back on Saturday. I was gonna bring my dad back for an episode, and he would come back, and then he would come back for an episode. We'd talk together. He said it'd kind of be like a pilot for our own little podcast, but I wouldn't mind
You
doing
hear
that
that,
with him.
folks? Not.
Yep,
Oh,
and
folks.
along
Yeah.
with starting high school, I'm gonna run two podcasts. How's that sound, folks? I can barely run this one.
6 episodes in, you already tried to replace me.
I did
Can't
not.
believe it.
Well, it's
Hmm.
only because you were dying.
Okay, that's a fair point.
Seems like. Oh, okay. Not known said that there was some lag, but hopefully we're still good. Oh wow. Oh wow. Maybe we should be doing this at night. There's 5 people in the audience.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez,
Y'all
maybe
have nothing better to do than listen to
this was
us
a good.
abuse.
We really should. Okay, yeah, maybe we shouldn't be doing these at 3 on a Saturday. We really need to
Well,
change
that
the
would line
schedule.
perfectly with my schedule.
Anyway,
The
so we kind of have nothing today. We have topics. I mean, Scott posted an hour-long video. That's a topic. It
Now, what are your thoughts on it? Because like the reception's kind of been I wouldn't say in between. Like no one's actively disliking this video, but it seemed like some people were very confused on like why Scott would revisit this topic or if he did a good job revisiting the topic.
I just found it strange that this wasn't the YouTuber cameo episode because I felt like it's an hour-long video. There was 14. It's he said it was a 14-page script. We saw the pictures of them at his house, and they don't show up in the episode. Like,
Hmm. Well, I think I have a good reason for that. So from what
also,
we know,
oh, sorry.
originally yeah, it's okay. Originally the episode was supposed to release on a Sunday, which implies to me the fact that they were never in the script. Like it was more so this just needed to be delayed because he either had to record all the lines or do some editing because I know he was up late doing that. So I'm thinking the people taking all the pictures at Scott's desk means two things. One, if it is a collab of some sort, I don't think it's going to be on Scott's channel. As
Oh,
Scott, Scott's
interesting.
very rarely done collabs outside of special episodes, and he's never done it with multiple people. Like he did it, I know once with Indie Jacob, once with Connor Eats Pants, but besides that, like he's never done that.
But
However,
what about the Borderline Forever cameos? Those count, right?
yeah, but those are special episodes. I feel like people kind of expect that
Okay,
out of
yeah.
like a big episode compared to like I said when Connor Eats Pants came on for game show games. Like no one would have called that.
Oh, I actually just got an idea. Okay, now this is a
Uh,
pretty out there idea. and it's gonna
Yeah.
go into more meta stuff, but what if this is the Christmas special and they're doing it now because of the Delta variant going on? So, like, it's better if they do it now instead of later when the world might have gone back to shit. I don't
That's
know.
possible. I would have never thought that. I wouldn't. Yeah, I think that's a fair enough idea. That I could see it happen, but at the same time, it's also probable, like to me, that it this is like a 50, not a 50-50, more like a 60-40 kind of deal.
Yeah, I think your theory is much more likely, but
Yeah, and
I
the
don't
only
know.
reason I say that this might still be a collab with non-Scott's channel is because I noticed that almost everyone who went there was part of the Minus World brand, I guess you would call it. Which implies that it's a collab for Minus World, not necessarily for Scott.
Do you think maybe he's joining them? Maybe they're recording a video for that?
I don't think so. Just because Scott's mentioned before, like Um, I know talked with Connery Pants on the last stream they did together about Nintendo ambassadors, because Connery Pants is one, and Scott's pretty much mentioned that he doesn't like that kind of stuff because he prefers to be able to just express what his opinions are instead of like sugarcoating things or having to work around
Sorry, I'm
others.
drinking my water. Sorry if that comes off through the mic.
I didn't hear it.
I'm
But
sorry.
yeah, so I don't think he's joining Minus World. I just think he's doing a collab with them, especially considering this isn't the first time he's done this. He's collabed with Nathaniel Bandy quite a few times.
I think I mentioned
Both.
this before, but do you think maybe this could be for that Bandy's Universe project that he's got going on?
I'm also pretty doubtful of that, just because it seems to be completely animated, or at least majority animated. So if they just needed lines from Scott, I'm sure they could do that without having to go to his place, especially the whole cast.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
It's possible. I just, especially if there is some live action stuff. But again, that's something I could totally see green screener, like just remote working, just being fine for that. Especially when you consider like Scott's been able to record all the songs for like whenever he does a song with Corette Williamson or Nick, he's done all that remote. So if it was just a few lines, I'm sure he could just send some footage over.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
And also for Scott news, I'm sure most people are aware of Scott Stash is having a field day right now with the Borderline Forever videos. There's been 3 tonight already.
Oh, really? I actually haven't seen that. Let me look that up.
Yeah, there's animatics, so for all the animation Scott did
Oh, oh,
or helped.
wow.
There's behind the scenes of the music, all the different takes they had to do. Well, not for the vocal songs, just for the intro song with Nick and Garrett, and then one of like behind the scenes of the set Scott had to do for the Wee rocket ship, or as I like to say, the shovelware ship. And they're pretty lengthy videos. Like 2 of them were around 20 minutes long. So Scott might upload again in like 5 minutes. He's been posting once every hour, it seems.
Well, then,
Everyone,
we gotta keep an eye out
every
for that.
yeah, everyone's saying it's building up to the bloopers. I don't think so. I think Scott would post that on completely separately on its own day. I don't think he would post the bloopers for Borderline Forever, one of the most anticipated episodes in the entire channel, and post it at like 11 o'clock at night.
Like, but doesn't that seem like a Scott thing to do?
It it's both a Scott thing to do and a not Scott thing to do. I don't know. It could go either way, but I don't think it's gonna be the bloopers. I imagine they're gonna be long, and considering how much people have been asking for them, I'm not sure he would do that at 11 at night. If anything, if it's gonna be a bigger one on Borderline Forever, I could see a commentary
Oh,
with maybe like the entire cast, or at least like the main three, Scott, Sam, and Eric. If there's anything big gonna happen, or even just Scott.
that just
I don't think
reminded me of something. Oh, sorry.
it's fine. Yeah.
I really like commentary on like on DVDs or like what you brought up with the videos. I really like commentary tracks over things.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised. I wish it seems like the commentary videos don't get enough love. Like everyone always wants the bloopers. But I think in some ways the commentary is better just because in a way it's like bloopers, but we get to hear stories of what happened on set afterwards. And like with bloopers, we see the behind the scenes, but we only see the behind the scenes of like filming usually with friends. With a commentary, we usually get to hear about like how the episode came to like that, from idea to how it ended up, or like original plans, things they had to do to get people like cameos or friends on set, how they had to make sets, like stuff like that. I feel like commentary just goes into more depth and can be chaotic in its own way.
Yeah. I kind of like commentaries for a different reason. Mostly for what you said, but also like for example, my favorite movie commentary is the Lego Movie. I actually I'm like 90% sure I brought this up in the Lost episode 2. So we're kind of just bringing back all that stuff. I brought back I brought back the Just Dance story, and now I'm bringing back this. I'm not entirely sure if I talked about this, though I think I did, but my favorite movie commentary is the Lego Movie DVD
I mean, it
commentary.
was a good movie, so I can imagine the commentary wouldn't be any worse.
Yeah, I learned. So, like, I'm pretty sure the commentary, it was, I think, the director of the movie, Chris Pratt, and I think the guy who plays Batman in the movie, and maybe a fourth guy. I forgot the fourth guy. But I know it was I know Chris Pratt was in it. I know Chris Pratt was in the commentary. And I think I actually watched the commentary more than the movie. Like I would just when I used to have the DVD, I'd just pop it in and then just listen to the commentary because they just had a lot. It was like a podcast. They were literally doing a podcast, like a one-time thing for just the Lego Movie. If I ever find that DVD, I will. I'll I'll show you it. But
Yeah, commentaries have always been one of my favorite things of like behind the scenes of anything. It makes me sad Scott doesn't do it a bit more. Like, we've gotten four, I think. But to be fair, two of them were for the exact same episode, and it wasn't technically even a Scott the Woz commentary. It was from the Internet and You, which I still love the Internet and You for what it is. But I mean, if I had to choose between two internet and you commentaries and one for another episode, I'd probably choose the latter. Um, one episode I'm surprised we have not seen commentary for is It's Awesome Baby. Oh, come on, Scott. It took a while for the bloopers to come out even for that one. It was like almost 2 years later. I want to see a commentary for it, especially considering we got one for The Great Mysteries of Gaming. It shows that even like non like not too big Scott the Woz episodes. Sure, Great Mysteries of Gaming was a special, but it was not on the level of like a Bargain Bin Christmas, which got its own commentary. So it shows that the episodes don't even have to be too big to earn its commentary. I really just want one for It's Awesome Baby.
I'd watch one for It's Awesome Baby. I'm sorry. I'm still a bit tired.
Oh, that's fine.
Had a long day. It wasn't. I don't. I'm not. Mostly it was a lot of napping. It wasn't a bad day. It was just long.
You see, that's the bonus about having a weird sleep schedule. You can just sleep through the whole day.
Yeah. It was like really slow and quiet for the first half, and then just a bunch of things in the second half. It's like the first half of the day, I'm just sitting on the couch, watching TV. Oh, hello, Grandma. Bacon, hooray. And then the second half, you go see your other grandma. You want Dairy Queen? Here's Dairy Queen. Just, uh, we're gonna throw you to your aunt now. You live with your aunt now. Okie dokie. Well, I'm visiting. I'm not really living with them. I'm just visiting. Oh yeah, your cousins. They're calling. Wait, they're they're calling. No wait, no, you're calling them. You're asking. You have Holiday World tickets. Do you want to go to Holiday World with me? Uh, sure. We don't have money. I'll pay for your ticket. Okay. And now I'm going to Holiday World on Friday. And for the people that don't
So,
know, Holiday World is heaven, except better. Also, it's got roller coasters.
you go to a lot of amusement parks.
I do. I will take a lot of pictures while I'm there. It's
I haven't
my.
been to an
Oh,
yeah.
oh, sorry. You go. You go.
I haven't been to an amusement park in years.
Well then.
I could imagine going to one like once every other week.
Well, it's not that often. I mean, I went to Six Flags back in March. Then a few weeks ago, I went to Kings Island. And now I'm going to Holiday World. So, fun.
What would you say is your favorite amusement park then, or like the best experience you've had at one?
I don't know. I like a lot of amusement parks. They're all different and good in different ways. So, Holiday World
Mm.
I love for the nostalgia. It was the first amusement park I really went to. There's a picture of me eating a chocolate chip cookie while on a roller coaster as a little tiny child. I have chocolate all over my face. I just look ridiculous.
Which one would you say you prefer then, amusement parks or water parks?
Amusement parks, except for Holiday World. Holiday World has a pretty freaking cool amusement water park. Shout out to Splash and Safari. You're cool.
Yeah, I know I'm more of a water park person myself. Like, as nothing against amusement parks, I just don't find many of the rides enticing. Like roller coasters are cool, but nothing too crazy or nothing too tame. But like Ferris wheel, merry-go-round, the that kind of stuff just really isn't my thing. But with water parks, oh my God, I could you could keep me there for 12 hours and I'd still be having fun.
Yeah. For me, it's kind of like a case by case thing. Like, some water parks are good, but I kind of have a more snobby taste in them because I kind of was spoiled with Splashing Safari. That thing is like half of the park. While some some other water parks next to amusement parks barely even take a quarter. That thing's like half, and it's awesome. And
Yeah.
they know it's awesome. They literally added a third water coaster because they went, you know what this park needs? Like I can just imagine them like at a board meeting. Like, you know what this park needs? Um a new roller coaster? Last time we added one was 2014. No. We're going to add another water coaster. We already have two. I know. But we're going to say we're the water coaster capital of the world. That's not even a thing. I don't care. We're gonna add another water coaster, and it's gonna be awesome. Then are we going to add another roller coaster? No. The next thing we're gonna do after that is we're going to sell all of the roller coasters to Six Flags. Why would you do that? Because I don't have the will to live anymore, so I'm just gonna do stuff until I get it again. I don't know what I did with that. I just made a weird skit in my mind and then said it. I'm, as you can probably tell, I'm kind of pissed that they added a third water coaster, but I haven't ridden it yet. It opened in 2020. I haven't been there since 2019. You know what's another weird thing about that park? Oh, Bob's mic cut out.
Continue.
Okay. You know what's another weird thing about that park?
What?
They have their own podcast.
What?
Yeah, they literally have their own podcast. Like, seriously. After you're done listening to this episode, look up Holiday World Podcast. They've got like 70 episodes. I'm like not even kidding.
Jesus Christ, how much do they have to talk about?
I don't know. They kind of just. I've only listened to a few episodes. I think it's mostly just like, okay, what's been going on in the park this today? What's been going on in the park? We saw I saw a bird. It was a cool bird. No, but in all seriousness, I'm pretty sure they just go into like the history of the park and then like updates on what they're doing around the park. And then like during the off season, they'll just talk about the town surrounding the park, which by the way,
Mm-hmm.
the town is called Santa Claus, Indiana. That's right. The town's called Santa Claus.
I would go there. That sounds like a great place for the holidays.
It is. It actually is a really nice, quaint little town with a giant frickin' amusement park in the corner. I'm trying to think of what they have besides Holiday World. They have a small pizza place, some houses, a grocery store, the amusement park, obviously, and then a little campground. It's called Lake Rudolph, and I've stayed there before. It's actually really quaint and nice. And it's actually right next, and like the lake that Camp Rudolph is on is like right across from the Raven, which is one of their roller coasters. So like you can just like hear the Raven as it's going across the lake. It's really cool. Haven't stayed there in a while though. I'm sorry for going too much on a tangent about this. Okay, well Bob is gone again.
Uh, I'm just imagining Santa Claus Town around Christmas time, decked out in lights,
Oh
having
yeah,
like
they they
statues
they
everywhere.
yeah, they go hard for Christmas. That sounds dirty. Hold on, wait a minute. They take Christmas seriously. That's what I'm trying to say. They take it seriously.
Oh yeah.
It's a The park isn't open during. Okay, well, part of it is like none of the rides are operating, but from what I can remember, they like open like the front part of the park that has like the Santa meet and greets. Like they have all year Santa meet and greets at Holiday World.
Oh wow.
I've literally sat on Santa's lap in the middle of July, and I just go, "Hello, Santa." Oh ho, hello there, little boy, because I didn't know yet. And they'd be
Mhm.
like, he'd be like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. It's July. Most of the toys haven't come out yet. I guess insert thing here. I don't know. I'm a child." And then I'd go, "Oh, so world peace, because, I'm a child, and I think that's still possible."
Oh, that's tragic. Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Like
yeah.
I know up here.
Oh, sorry,
I
sorry.
know up here, like where I live, us Christmas is taken pretty seriously. I don't know if it's just a Canada thing. Like we usually deck the city out in Christmas lights. Especially like where I live specifically, there's an ice skating rink by a park in the center of the town, and it's like completely decked in lights. All the trees, the ring itself, the gazebo, and they'll have like light up figurines. It looks super nice.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't ice skate, so I've never like actually like been there, but you drive past it once or twice over the holidays, and it's always a treat to the eyes.
That's really cool. Um, if you don't mind, could I know I don't want to take over the episode with more Holiday World stuff, but I kind of want to keep talking about it. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Okay, okay. I promise. How much time do we have on the timer? Okay, we still got like an hour left.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm just going. I promise this won't take too long, but basically the park it lives up to its name. It is called Holiday World. So like there's like five, no, four different areas, each themed to a certain holiday. We have Christmas, Halloween, 4th of July, and Thanksgiving. Can you tell that this is a park in America with two American holidays? We got the two big ones,
Yeah.
and then the big American holidays. I guess you could also say we have five areas because if you count the water park, which the water park is a beast in of itself. I had a stroke saying that. Anyway, so the Christmas area. The Christmas area is basically, even though it actually, fun fact, when the park opened, it opened in the 40s, and it was just the Christmas area. It was called Santa Claus Land, and it was just the Christmas area. They had like a little train, and that was it. It was basically only so you could celebrate Christmas in July.
Why?
Because Hoosiers are weird. I would know. I am one.
That's it's an interesting idea. I imagine it's popular.
Yeah,
I
there's.
can't imagine celebrating Christmas in July.
Yeah, yeah. But eventually, in the 80s, they were like, hmm. They kept, like, slowly growing the park, and it started to become more of a tourist. Like, tourists would come and be like, oh, look, it's Santa. He must be sweating a lot in the summer. Let's look at him. And obviously, that caused a lot of people to come look at Sweaty Santa. That's gonna be the title of the episode now. It's gonna be called Sweaty Santa.
Oh my god.
Because I am terrible.
Yeah. Um. I. Uh. We don't have anything like that around here, but something similar happened. We hold Santa Claus parades in the area, especially in Toronto, because big city, it's like perfect place. Um, but yeah, we'd have a Santa Claus parade. Do you have those where you live?
A Santa Claus parade? I mean, I'm I'm pretty sure we do. The closest thing I can think is like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. That's like the biggest parade I know.
Mm.
There's two parades I think of when I think of
So
parades. That parade and then the parade for the Indy 500 cuz that's pretty big where I am.
uh yeah, for us, basically every year, sometimes there's like multiple, but there's usually one big Santa Claus parade in the GTA.
The GTA?
Greater
Grand Theft?
Toronto area.
Okay, cuz I was
Uh,
thinking like Grand Theft Auto? What?
so sometimes it's in like Mississauga, Brampton, Hamilton, Toronto, um, stuff like that. And basically, what it is, um, so like they'll shut down an entire like block, so people can't drive, and they'll have parking areas open, and but this you'll have like hundreds, sometimes thousands. Well, no, almost always thousands, tens of thousands that basically all line up on the sides of the street, and a
I'm sorry.
huge parade will go down. And it's always cool because like the buildings will open up in the area and they'll sell like gingerbread cookies or hot chocolate. Heck, sometimes they even have like hats and gloves so that in case you get cold, because this parade can last like 2 hours. So
Jeez.
you're gonna sit there a while. And yeah, basically there'll be a bunch of things. You'll have dancers, you'll have marching bands, um, costumes. One of my favorites, for some reason, in these parades, there's always Mr. Peanut from the character
Like
from
the from
the logo of Peanuts.
like those
Just
planters peanuts?
yeah.
Okay. Didn't know
So you
that
just
was a
see
thing in Canada.
so you just see this big ass peanut with a monocle and top hat walking down the street with a marching band surrounding him. I
Okay.
don't know.
I feel less
It,
weird for talking about my thing now. After.
yeah, parades here they're a trip, man. I gotta say.
Crazy.
Um, yeah, but Santa, even though it's always pretty much cold up here, Santa always looks like he's dying because at this point he's been sitting in the sleigh 2 hours in this hot costume, just waving at people.
Just like, ho, ho, ho. Mary, kill me. Just kill me now. Ho, ho, ho. I'm not happy. This is how I cry. Ho, ho,
It's even
ho.
it's even worse when you see like the TV version because they always they take advantage of it, right? They'll zoom in on like the specific things. They always zoom in on poor Santa's face. But yeah, if you want the trippy Christmas experience, just come to Canada and sit and watch the parade. They'll have dancing timbits. Uh, that's a whole nother. I don't know what it is with us and large pieces of food dancing, but apparently it's popular.
That's good.
Now, what would you say is your favorite like Christmas food then, or like Christmas treat for like when holidays come around? You have to like bake.
To bake, cookies, but to eat.
Mm,
Okay, so this. Have you ever heard of a treat called Buckeyes?
yeah,
Okay, that. And for
yeah,
people and,
those are
and for
those are
people
pretty
at
good.
home who don't know, Buckeyes are like they're like Reese's cups, but like different. They're like Reese's cups if they were balls.
Ah, no.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're really good. My nana, my nana would make some.
oh yeah, one of my favorites. So we always make homemade Rice Krispie squares.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Oh yeah, especially because like that's why like when the holidays come around, I always like eat up the Rice Krispies because we never have it any other time of year. And because the homemade ones are so good, they've ruined the packaged ones for me, so I can't eat those. So, because the normal ones just don't have flavor when you compare them to like when you get to make them at home, when you can add like vanilla or different flavored marshmallows. You get to be much more creative. Um, and I know another like really popular treat in our home. Um, Sugar cookies, just because we're a bunch of tea drinkers mostly, and it's so easy to just wake up and for breakfast have a hot cup of tea and like 2 or 3 cookies you can dip in the tea.
Well, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I've never really. I like tea, but I've never really been much of a tea for breakfast person.
It's not, it's not like a huge thing in our house, but it's when the holidays come around, it just seems like the perfect opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for yawning.
No, it's fine.
Um, trying to think of what stuff my family usually does around the holidays. I'm not
Oh, we're
gonna. I'm.
always busy
I'm not gonna
holidays.
get into that.
Oh
Let's
no.
just say the last holidays kind of sucked. Not like in a.
Oh,
It's a story for another day and not for the podcast.
ah.
See, I know my limits. I'm gonna go back to talking about roller coasters because that's my safety topic.
You see, I know nothing about roller coasters, so
And I know
you're teaching
everything. So,
me. Besides what Defunct Land has ever had to say about them, because his channel's awesome.
could you say that again? I'm sorry.
The only thing I know is from Defunct Land,
Oh my
because his
god, I
channel's
love Defunct Land.
yeah.
Actually, he actually did a video where he mentioned Holiday World.
Oh wow.
Look up his Santa Claus Land video. It's a lot of fun. He mentions that it's good times.
My favorite is Action Park.
Oh,
I
that's a good
I
one.
just love the history of that place. It's so wild.
It's so weird. Have you seen there's actually this documentary on HBO. I think it's on HBO Max. It's called Class Action Park. It's actually a really good documentary about the place.
I've never seen that documentary. Might have to check it out because yeah, I just love like I don't love what Action Park was like. Obviously,
I would
that place was
love to
on
just get in a time machine and just go back to just see how much of a mess it was. Just be
Yeah, and for
like,
those who don't know, like what Action Park was, basically it was an amusement park back in like what the 70s, 80s.
yeah, I think around that time. I think it closed around the early 90s, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right. And basically this amusement park was so badly managed that there was basically deaths like everywhere and lawsuits because there was not enough safety stuff. A lot of the rides weren't built the best, especially I remember very specifically the water slide on the boat, like the boat thing.
They had a
A lot of
loop-de-loop water slide. They had a loop-de-loop water slide. No one else has done that. For a good reason.
and
Because it shouldn't be
yeah,
done. It
but
shouldn't be
yeah,
done. Also, all the employees were a bunch of horny teenagers. So,
but they
yeah.
sir and they got to drink. They were
Also, yeah,
drunk
like
teenagers.
if you've seen the documentary, they talk about they talk about a shed. Now, I'm not going to get too explicit because I still want to release this on YouTube. But there was a shed where they would just where all the employees would just go and do the thing. Yep.
No.
Another reason why I want to time travel back then.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. For legal reasons, I have to say I'm kidding.
Connie.
Yes.
I swear to God. But yeah, that there was also a lot of deaths I know in the water section.
Yeah.
Uh, when they jumped off the rope into the water below, I know.
It was like the
Um,
water was so cold that it would like throw them into shock.
yeah, so a lot of people drowned.
Yeah. Oh, and
So
the most
moral,
interesting.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
sorry. The most interesting
no, no.
fact I know about is the Motor World section of Action Park, where they had like these
Mhm.
go karts, like they had like two kinds of go karts, and like
Yeah.
they couldn't go over a certain speed, but if you could easily modify them, like like like
Oh
the
God.
employees would like shove like a tennis ball into like the exhaust port or whatever it's called, and then it could go like 70, and they would literally take it
Oh
out.
God.
They would literally take it out of the park and go for a joyride on the highway.
Oh no!
I know it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. That place should have shut down after like 5 months. Um, I also remember this one story. It was not about Action Park. And I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's pretty gruesome. But there was this 10-year-old boy, and he went on a water slide. However, he didn't reach the weight limit. However, I guess he was like close enough. I guess in like 20 or so pounds.
Oh,
Close enough.
what park was this? Just
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was in Kansas though. I can't
Kansas.
remember the park name specifically.
I'm trying to remember what parks are in Kansas. I'm gonna have to Google. Anyway, continue with your story. I'm just gonna Google what parks are in Kansas.
And it was one of the biggest water slides in the world at that time. I'm not sure if it still is or if it's even still up. But
Oh, maybe it was
basically,
Worlds of
it
Fun.
would it so it goes like almost straight down, not quite, but just enough to go like really fast, and then it goes back up a bit, and then it goes down into the pool.
Oh,
Um,
I know what you're talking about. The water slide accident. With the raft thing.
yeah, and
Like wasn't like the okay. I'm not gonna get too. But wasn't he like decapitated?
yeah,
Oh, I know what story
basically
you're talking about now. Oh,
he was
geez, that
going
was a.
yeah, he was going
That
too
was
fast,
a. That was.
and
Jeez.
his and so there's netting, right, to make sure you don't fly like off the slide,
And
and
that's what got him. That's right.
but then the net end up getting stuck on his head, and
Ugh.
the rest of his body decided to still go down it.
Okay, the way you said that made me want to laugh, but I know I shouldn't laugh.
No.
But yeah, that's terrible. That's just terrible.
Oh yeah, I know a lot about like accidents, like not just amusement park related. I
Most of the
there's
time, I do believe that it's. This is just an opinion I share, but most of the time when I see stuff about amusement, like genuine accidents, like sometimes like news reports will say that an accident happened on a roller coaster when it really just stopped on the lift hill. But when there's like
mm-hmm.
a genuine accident, most of the time I do believe it's the person's fault because like usually they were stupid and they did something like go into a
Yeah,
restricted area. I'm not saying they deserve that, no, but
yeah,
in
you're
that
playing a risky game if
yeah,
you're
I'm
purposely
yeah,
going into danger. Mhm.
yeah. But the point is that was definitely the park's fault in that case with that.
Yeah,
When we
I
first
think
started
that
talking about Holiday World, I was like, oh, maybe if I show the podcast people after this episode's done, we can they can mention this, but nope, they're not going to mention the podcast now. We're talking about decapitation. Jesus.
decapitation and sweaty Santa, episode 6.
I swear, I feel like YouTube will like immediately age restrict the video if I call it that. But I want to call it that. Sweaty Santa's going to be in the
Oh no.
title. It's gonna be in the title, but I don't think it can be paired up with decapit. I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell.
That's okay. Take me with you.
Hey, we can go together.
Oh yeah. Yeah, most of the time I find it's like yeah, the person's fault because they purposely do something stupid and then
Sorry.
consequences happen.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't.
but
I don't want to bring up any um particular examples, especially, but I'll let you look into this for the people watching and you. Um, Look up the Holiday World Raven incident.
oh no.
There's actually been like 4 deaths at Holiday World. That
Oh
one is the
god.
most noticeable. 2 happened in the water park. 1 happened on the Raven, and 1 recently happened on the Voyage. That one was pretty recent. Recent enough that I'm not gonna. We should probably change the subject. It's that recent.
Yeah. But
Jeez,
uh, if we're
jeez, they're
if we're
never gonna
continuing
mention us.
if we're continuing on the topic of accidents, uh, what not amusement parks specifically or exclusively, although obviously you can,
Mm-hmm.
if you know something about that. Um, but like, what's the worst like accident? Not like like anything super huge like 9/11 because that was obviously like a terrorist attack.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean more so
we
like
also mentioned that in an episode, episode 4. Jeez, this was supposed to be a light-hearted, fun podcast, and we're talking about.
no death.
Yep, it's death time. And we come on, get out your
uh,
chainsaws, everybody. Let's learn. Let's and also grab your ropes. We're gonna learn how to tie a noose today.
oh no.
Let's learn how to tie a noose. It's practical for every use. All you need is a piece of rope. I'm not. Anyway, I'm sorry. Please finish your question.
Um, so like nothing big like that. But like, what's like, because I think we both have a bit of a morbid curiosity, so we probably heard of stuff like this before. Um, what's like the worst accident you've heard of in like a place that was supposed to be fun or amusement park?
You know what? Probably the water slide incident in Kansas. That was pretty bad. I feel like we've already mentioned
Ugh.
like there's obviously the all those action park incidents. Um, I've already mentioned the Holiday World Raven incident, which
Mm.
it was like 20 years ago. I could probably mention it if I wanted to, but no, this is again a bit.
Aw,
We're supposed to be a comedic podcast. I feel like that would be in poor taste. Though
yeah.
I'm also the person that created an NSFW channel and a server full of teenagers. So what do I know?
Mm. The worst one I probably heard of. Um, a few come to mind. Like obviously the most iconic case from Disneyland, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, the
Yeah, I
crocodile
think
thing,
I both know right away what I'm gonna go on to, but
the crocodile
yeah,
thing. Yeah, that was a
rest in
very
peace, Debbie.
that was a really bad week for the world. Like a lot of stuff happened. Like the kid got eaten by the crocodile. There was a that nightclub
Yeah.
shooting. That was a trying to think. There was a third big thing, though I forgot what that was.
Have you heard about Debbie? What happened to her?
Yeah, I think I know the story. Jeez, this is
Yeah, she
gonna
was
be
an
a.
employee, had to do one of the
Oh, we're not. Oh,
puppet.
we're talking a different. We're talking a different story.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
are you talking
basically she
about?
was an
Oh, are you
employee.
talking about America Sings? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, the America Sings.
I learned about that one on Defunct Land.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that
that
was
must.
that was a bad one. I'm sorry. You can explain the story.
Yeah, basically what happened is sometimes or at least at the time Disneyland did like different kinds of shows in a theater. Um and this one at the time was America Sings and it had puppets. However, obviously there had to be multiple sets, so what they did is they had a wall that would rotate, and on each side of the wall would be a different set, so for the next scene. However, you would need to operate this wall. You need to have like an employee by the side at all times to make sure everything worked properly and that no one went past. However, at the time, this young girl, I think she was like a teenager or like just past like early 20s, and she was in the wrong place, and the wall started rotating. And since this rotating wall is like in the middle, and so imagine you have walls on the other side. So what happened is basically she was stuck there and she got crushed
Oh,
in the walls and she died.
that's just terrible.
Yeah, that it was really unfortunate. Like that's one of the most gruesome cases I've heard
Yeah,
of. Like,
yeah.
ugh.
Ugh. Ugh is right, Bob.
Although if I had to think of the most tragic, like in terms of how big it was and like how like of big of a event it was, the station nightclub fire was very really tragic.
I'm probably gonna have to like
Uh,
put a warning on this episode.
have you heard of the station nightclub fire?
I have not actually.
Okay. And okay, so this is the worst part is, fun fact, there's footage of this happening.
Ooh,
So you can look up and see it
I don't
all
want to
play
look it
out
up.
in real time.
I don't
So
want.
yes, this is a very big content warning. It gets very dark fast. And although you don't see anything like super explicit or like really like I wouldn't you can still be traumatized by this video, but it's not because you're gonna see anything horrible. Like, I don't mean. How do you say this without sounding like a jerk? It's just you don't
I
see
don't
anything.
know. I feel this whole
Yeah, you
episode
don't.
is just. I'm just gonna have to put a content warning in the episode. So, no, no anything. Just tell us about the thing.
So basically, and the reason this was recorded was for a fire safety video, which is very um ironic considering what happened. But basically, there was a band who was performing at this nightclub called the Station nightclub. It's a pretty big one.
Mm-hmm.
However, as we'd learn later, it was horribly managed. There wasn't, I don't think there was any water sprinklers in the place. Um, there weren't a lot of doors, and it was very tricky to navigate from like the entrance to the actual club. Um, it was made of wood, so easily burnable, very flammable. Um, and worst of all, they had pyrotechnics there. Um, so like fireworks and
That just
stuff
sounds like a
inside.
whole much bunch of bad idea.
Yeah, and plus, at this night specifically, because it was a pretty popular band, and I can't remember the name at the time. I think it was like the White Stripes or White Strokes, something along those lines. Um, and basically, was over capacity. There was like over 400 people in there.
Jeez.
And basically, what happened is the pyrotechnics failed and caused the place to go on fire. However, for people at the time originally thought it was part of the show. So by the time emergency was actually like called and people started to move out, part of the place was already in flames.
Oh.
So and remember, this is all on video. There's a guy recording this, and he was smart enough to pretty much move. towards the entrance as soon as he saw the small fire in the pyrotechnics. Um, so basically now you have like 400 people rushing to get out of this station nightclub, all in one entrance, mind you, that isn't large. And basically, what you could call it, it was a human crush. People
Oh,
got stuck in the doorways. Um, and that night, yeah, around 200 people died. And you can hear their screams while they burn.
just wow.
Yeah, you don't recover from watching that.
I'm not gonna look that up. I think your description was good enough.
Yeah, one of the band members died. I know too, because well, to be honest, he kind of died for a stupid reason. He originally got out perfectly fine. He decided to go back in to get his guitar.
Okay then.
I don't know why you'd do that. Like, you see the place is in flames, and the only thing you can think of is your guitar. Like, obviously, no disrespect. Like, rest in peace. You don't deserve to die, but I mean, like I said, you're playing a dangerous game there.
I
Yeah.
think. Hold on one second. I think. Okay, one,
You.
we're going in a direction I
Yeah.
don't want to go in. And two, I think I fucked up the recording again. I don't know if it
Oh
showed.
no.
I don't know if it showed, though it showed an email. I don't think it's my second email. It's my second email, so it's fine really, but I don't think it showed. It could have showed. I'm gonna have to check the recording, but you know what? Let's not. I'll take a look when it's. I'll just take a quick check when it's on YouTube, and if it isn't, I'll just get Jackie to do her thing.
Um. But yeah, I
But for
still
now,
suggest look.
let's keep moving forward.
Yeah. So yeah, I even though like obviously I described the video pretty bad, but I still suggest checking it out. Not necessarily keep audio off. I'm just gonna suggest that. But uh, I know there's a lot of videos that cover it. One of my favorite channels specifically for this kind of stuff is called Horror Stories, which is ironic considering like they're not really stories. They're all real events. He always goes over real events that happened. Um, but he gets right down to it and he explains what happened, all what happened afterwards, like legal reasons, like about updates on some of the families. Um, but yeah, so even if it was filmed to be fire safety, showing all the good things, uh, is at a club, I think it's a way better fire safety now that you see what happens when it goes wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I suggest still looking into it, even or if you even if you just want to skip the video entirely, just look up the Wikipedia page. Everything's pretty accurate there, and it goes into enough detail to get the idea. I just
Oh,
find it to be a very interesting case, and there was just so much at play here.
well, okay. Thank you, Bob. I literally
I
have
love.
no idea what to call this episode now. We were literally talking about sweaty Santa Claus in the first half, and now we're talking about fucking this. I'm
You see,
going to
Connie
this
recommends
episode's
amusement.
going to be posted. I'm a girl of my word. But Jesus fucking Christ.
You see, Connie recommends amusement parks. I recommend tragedies.
We're not okay. I literally said maybe we should be doing more episodes at night. Nope. Not doing this anymore if this is how we're gonna act.
I'm sorry about that,
It's
but
okay, I'm just joking around. But yeah, but I'm kind of half kidding. I just wanted to talk about, how we're doing, how I'm gonna binge watch Power Rangers after this.
well, that sounds fun.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong with Power Rangers.
yeah. There's this big TV in the guest room. It's got a Amazon Fire Stick. I was gonna watch some Power Rangers Dino Fury since that's the new season. It's on Netflix. I was gonna check it out, but now I don't want to. I want to go to sleep and cry. I'm
After
probably
looking up, after looking it up, of course.
no. You're lucky you're my friend, Bob.
Yeah, I have a very strong morbid curiosity. That's I don't show it or talk about it often, but once I get going,
Also,
the
this is
information I
just
hold scares people.
this is just the weirdest episode. I'm the creaking of like the bed frame, like sips of water. We're talking about fucking people burning to death. Maybe that's why. Maybe this is what the episode's called: Sweaty Santa and Connie ranting about how morbid the episode gets. But in all seriousness, I'm not actually mad at you. It's just
Well, that's good.
yeah, I wouldn't be
I
mad at
promise
you.
this won't be yeah, I promise this won't be like a regular topic. It's just, if it comes up in discussion, I have this information on hand.
Well, you know what? We both get to dive into our interests today. I talk about roller coasters. You talk about fucking death. I was gonna say murder, but it's not exactly murder.
One time we should just have an episode on speed running. My God, I'll talk y'all's ears off for days.
Now that would be a fun episode where I don't want to just
Oh, wait till
crawl
you
in a
hear about the
hole.
speed running tragedy. Just kidding. There's no speed running tragedy. There will be no more.
I was literally just going to go, Bob. What the hell? I'm
There are
just.
no speedrunning tragedies that I know of. Well, actually, that's technically not true, but I'm not going into that.
You can't see it, but I am wagging my finger at you. Don't you do it.
But to be fair, I think every community has had like one really bad incident, whether it be morbid or not.
Yeah. At this point, we might as well just get into roller coaster tragedies while we're at it. Both of our interests
Sure.
combine.
Why not?
Wait, how many minutes do we have left? We have 9 minutes. Do you want me to extend the timer? Because I could literally. Because, screw it. You want to go longer? Do you want this to be a longer episode?
Sure.
Oh my god, we're making this a longer episode. You know what? I'm going to start out at like
Just
20 more minutes. And then we'll see what we're at the end of that. Who knows? Maybe this will be our longest episode. Where we talk about death.
I mean, what else could you talk hours on end for?
That's a good point.
Hmm. So, what is the worst roller coaster accident like you've heard of?
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Um, Fun fact, Bob, this happened in your country. So you you're gonna learn. So this happened at the West Edmonton Mall, which is that in Canada? I'm pretty sure that's in Canada. Did your mic cut out again? Yep. My aunt is probably wondering what the hell is he talking about in there.
Sorry about that. I made the mistake of opening Chrome, and every time I open Chrome, it shuts down all my other apps for some reason.
You're fine. Anyway, I was just talking, starting my story. So, the West Edmonton
Yeah,
Mall, that's in Canada, right?
yeah.
Okay,
Edmonton?
yeah.
Yeah, that's Canada.
So, anyway, time to learn about some roller coaster death. So, this was the 90s.
Oh yeah.
I'm going off of memory. So, correct me if I'm wrong. So, it was the West Edmonton Mall. It was the 90s. They got a roller coaster. It was called, like, Mind Eraser or something like that. It's been a while since I've heard the story, but so the ride is Schwarzkopf, I think. There, it doesn't matter. Use I'm just saying that to flex my roller coaster knowledge. But yeah, it's a Schwarzkopf. It has like it's Mind Eraser has been known to be like one of the most intense coasters out there, even though it's just a small little thing inside a mall. But point is, it was doing a loop. It derailed from the track one day, and it hit a support beam, causing, I want to say, three of the four people in the car to just instantly die. And yeah, that's like the most deadliest roller coaster accident. And Bob left again.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a similar accident also happened in Mexico a few years back. Then they shut down the ride, and guess where the ride's being relocated? It's being relocated to
Oh.
a park in Indiana.
Oh no.
I know! And I find that morbidly hilarious.
Well, I have to know. Would you go on it just to say you're part of history?
Honestly, it probably would. Because most of the time,
Um.
lightning never strikes twice in those things. They're like I've actually heard a statistic where it's like you're actually more likely to get struck by lightning than die at an amusement park.
Oh wow.
Like you're more likely, like imagine that. You're more likely to get into a car accident and die on the way to the park than die while you're inside. That's just
I've actually been in a car accident.
oh
That's interesting.
oh geez.
Yeah, that's a fun story.
I'm sorry about that.
No, no, don't feel bad. It's not. It's not a big deal. It wasn't horrible. I mostly just messed my leg up for a while,
Oh,
but that's all.
that sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
we
glad
hit a
I'm
tree.
Oh, you hit a tree. That sucks.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm glad you're alive.
Well, yeah. I'm pretty grateful for that. You know. Could have been worse.
Hmm.
I was only like 5 at the time, so it's not super fresh in my mind.
Ah,
But yeah, I, I would have assumed amusement park accidents were more common.
yeah. Most of the time, you're so yeah, you're more likely, and even then, you're more likely to. It's more likely that you would get injured or die by a mistake you made than anything from the um like engineering itself.
Yeah, you always have those stories of people who like don't put their like on rides, they don't put their seatbelt on properly. Not by accident, like because obviously operating should do that, but they'll wait till like the operating people check, and then they'll unbuckle or they'll loosen their straps,
Yeah,
and then
that's pretty dumb.
yeah,
Like
there's
I
difference between
like
a thrill seeker and an idiot.
mm-hmm. I've seen stories, like countless stories of like people wanting to get better photos, so they like leap into over restriction fences into the ride area, and then they get freaking hit by a train.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of the one story about the monorail at Disneyland. One guy who decided to climb the tracks
You don't
and
you
then and,
shouldn't do that. That's
and needless to say he didn't live.
yeah. I've always wanted to ride those monorails. I never had a reason to. Never stayed at any of the hotels that had the monorails.
Yeah, I've
Hey,
only been on trains.
hey, have you ever been to America, Bob? I think I've asked this before, but
No, I have not.
ah,
I've been to Quebec and I live in Ontario. I've never been outside of that.
okay, cool. I was just wondering.
I do want to go to America soon though. I actually can't because of legal reasons. We're not gonna get into that. So
Were
I
you
haven't
banned?
been able. No, not quite. Um,
I won't push, especially if since this is public. But maybe if you want to tell me later, if you want to.
okay. Well, uh, but if I do go, uh, so I'd probably go down to Pennsylvania. Um, a lot of stuff there, like not just for me, but I know my family. There's quite a few stuff for kids there, and since I have two younger siblings, it's like a great family place. But I know I want to go to Pennsylvania specifically because that's where Too Many Games is held. So it'd be my first convention, and I really want to go to it.
Oh wow, that's really that's cool.
Yeah, there's so much there at Too Many Games, especially this year. I know well, actually this year might be a bit tamer just because of all the stuff going on with the world. But so not as many people are going, which might be a good thing actually. You
Yeah,
know, you don't want it to be too busy in pandemic.
I've always wanted to go
Uh,
to Canada. You
I
guys,
can't
you
say there's not too much to do. Like, obviously, you're getting the most bang for your buck, I'd say, if you go to like Toronto, since there's always something to do in Toronto. I mean, it's the biggest city in Canada. Um,
I'd probably go to
but
Canada's Wonderland.
yeah,
That's
Canada's Wonderland. I've never been there. You're gonna get there before I do, and it's like an hour drive from me.
well, who knows? Maybe we'd meet if I ever theoretically went to Canada, and I'd take you.
Hell yeah.
Well then,
Uh,
it's it's a deal.
um, Although if you didn't want to go to the Toronto area, because that's pretty popular, and to be honest, even though it's a big place, there's nothing particularly unique about it. It's just a big city to me. At least that's how I see it. Um, Quebec is really nice. When I went to Quebec City, and there was always something to do there, and not just because it was a big city, because there was actually a lot of amazing history, lots of statues, uh, old buildings like centuries old, um, and just like little things you wouldn't even think of. Like there's a staircase there that,
Oh wow, a
uh, this is gonna
staircase?
this is gonna get a little morbid again, but it's called the breakneck stairs, and the history for that is basically farmers, way back, they would have farmers would have markets down the in the old Quebec City. Uh, Problem is, uh, it would be hard to get their livestock down there, so eventually they realized, for like butchers, why take the livestock down the stairs when you can just push them?
Canada is freaky now. Okay, we'd probably do that in America, to be honest. We'd probably do that.
And I've been on those stairs, and they've been modified since then to not be so steep. But even now, as they are now, they're pretty damn steep. So I can imagine it was tricky getting, cows and sheep down there without falling and breaknecking.
Jeez, your famous staircase killed killed livestock. Some of our one of our famous staircases, Joaquin Phoenix just danced on for a little bit. I don't know any other famous staircases besides the Joker staircase in New York.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite place in Quebec City has to be this restaurant we went to. And basically, it's like way off from the city. It's like practically in the middle of a field. And basically, what they do is they mostly hold breakfast services. And oh my God, I'm not a big breakfast person. Like, I usually either skip breakfast or just toast or something. But oh my God, I went there, and that
Oh, I'm
has to be
sorry.
one of the best.
My apologies. I burped.
No, it's okay. Mm.
I've been I'm really sorry. I've been
Oh,
I've been trying not to do that the entire time we've done this. Like every single time we've done a podcast, I'm just like, don't do it. That's gross. You're a gross person. And then I finally do it, and
we're
I
all.
noticed that my little light flashed when that happened. So I know that it picked it up. Shit.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
Uh,
sorry. Please continue.
oh my God, that that was one of the best breakfasts I've ever had to this day. Uh, there's just so many reasons for it too. So they make the bread fresh there. So all the you get fresh bread, slightly toasted. And you can even watch them. You can see them go out to the oven because the oven is outside. It's like a stone oven.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's something straight on Minecraft, okay? They, they go outside to the stone furnace. They make the bread, and then what they do is they bring it back in. They make like all the stuff on the side, which there was a lot. There was bacon. There were scrambled eggs, which were really fluffy. Oh my God. You could add cheese to them if you wanted. Um, there was a homemade like what do you call them? Potato bites, like hash browns, but they're small in bite sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they almost taste like French fries. And I think there was even an option, you could switch the bacon with sausage if you wanted. Um, it was like a honey sausage.
I like bacon. It's nice.
Yeah, I went with bacon. Um,
I'm not much of an
and
eggs person, though. But that does sound really delicious.
oh, but I haven't even gotten to the best part.
What's the best
And
part?
then yeah, on this fresh toast, that they after you see them bake it and all that, what you they do is they give you like a small tub. Not a tub might not be the right word, more like a cup, I'd say, and a butter knife, and they have homemade maple butter. Oh my God.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, that's the most Canadian thing I've ever heard. It's maple, it's basically just maple syrup tasting butter. But oh my God. It wasn't like the sweet, disgusting manufactured maple. No. No, this was like freshly tapped out of the trees. Oh my God.
I've
It was
actually
so good.
seen maple syrup tapped out of trees before. That was really cool to see once.
Oh yeah, and that was also another thing. Yeah, they had we went to a maple farm. Yeah, lots to do in Quebec City. And that was also another restaurant that was really cool. Basically, another very Canadian restaurant. The whole theme of it was the fact that anything and everything could have maple syrup on it. And I mean anything went. Mashed potatoes, maple syrup. Soup, maple syrup.
Wait,
Bread,
what?
maple syrup.
I could
Everything.
see like the other things, but soup?
Yes,
Soup?
had soup.
Is it like
They used it
dessert
for maple.
soup? I could see like dessert soup, but
No, it was like a hearty chicken noodle.
what is wrong with Canadians? What's wrong with you guys?
Maple.
Okay, sure, we have like okay, we I guess we have like donut burgers or something, but like maple syrup and soup? It's like
Literally
it's like
everything and
the British
anything
having
went.
tomatoes and beans for breakfast. No,
Oh
no,
yeah, they had scrambled eggs there too. That reminds me, scrambled eggs with maple syrup. And before anyone asks, yes, they did have normal stuff. They did have pancakes. You could put maple syrup on pancakes. If
I'm
that was
dec-
the one thing they limited.
I'm declaring war on Canada. Prepare for invasion.
Okay. Yeah, they had ham there too. Okay, but funny enough, of all that, well, I don't know if it's funny enough. I mean, from what I've described, I imagine that sounds so gross to you. But uh, the best thing at that goddamn restaurant was they had homemade sweet and sour pickles. And oh my
I
God,
actually
they were,
like pickles, but sweet pickles? I don't like sweet pickles.
it's
I'm
I
more
don't
of a
know. We
salty
out
pickle
here in
kind
Canada
of
we call them
person.
yum yums.
Salty pickle. I have a terrible mind.
Yeah, it's still salty, but there's a sweetness to it. So I've always been a sweet and salty person. Uh, I'm one of the uh maybe my taste in food is just bad, but I'm one of the people who puts pineapple on pizza, and like not just like every while. No, it's my go-to.
And that's the timer. Do you want to continue the timer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We're
But
doing
like
another
I learned,
fun, longer episode.
uh, like I just learned the other day that literally all the toppings I put on my pizza are considered fruits.
Wait, really?
Yeah. My go-to pizza is pineapple, black olives, and green bell pepper.
We're not friends anymore. Okay,
That
I could excuse pineapple on pizza. I could excuse pineapple on pizza, but when you pair it with black olives and peppers,
it just works, okay? All
how?
the flavors come
No,
together.
Bob, explain to me how that works. How
Okay,
does that
I will.
work?
So, okay, so the pineapple is like the almost obvious. It's sweet. It gives a sweet to the salty flavor,
Mm-hmm.
and just like it melts in your mouth. At least a good pineapple pizza. The pineapple like melts, and then the olives. They're good because they since you don't want the sweetness to overtake the pizza. So basically, what it does is it moderates out the pineapple. It provides a more salty flavor and gives a little more chew to it. And then the bell peppers, they're good, mainly for crunch. It gives it like a crunch. You barely even taste it. It just gives the pizza a bit more texture to it.
Hmm. You make a fair point, but I don't like it.
So yeah, I guess my pizza taste is just really bad. But then again,
Okay.
I consider some of like what some people consider normal, to be disgusting. So, like, I don't get the people who just shove a bunch of different meats on their pizza. I don't see the point in that. It just tastes like a heart attack, and not a good one.
Well, hey, I want to die. In a way. So, I always feel like I have to clarify that because, funny story, I said something similar to that one time. Like, this was like during summer PE. And this kid just was like, "It's not funny." And like, it literally was like it was like we were just doing
Damn.
like an what's an exercise? I mean exercise thing. I'm like, okay, time to die now. And the kid was like, "That's not funny." I'm like, "Excuse me?"
Damn.
And the kid was like so short, like he looked like a fifth grader. That I'm just like imagine just like a short little like kid that looks like a fifth grader is like, "That's not funny. People go through shit, and you don't go through any shit." I'm like, it's a joke, dude.
Jesus.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It was like, hmm. But yeah, the rest of the time I kind of just didn't like him because he kind of came off as a dick to everyone.
Yeah. Uh, we always end this on food. I swear. Uh,
We do actually. We always do end it on food.
well, I know you're a big fan of the BLT pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But say you're making a homemade pizza at home. What toppings are going on that pizza?
Bacon and lettuce.
Uh,
I still make the BLT pizza at home.
damn. I know. See, I'm weird like that. Like when I'm ordering pizza and homemaking pizza, I find I put different things on it. I don't know if it's just because like they don't taste too wildly different, but like I find that when I make it, it's better, but they just have different, like, I'm in moods for different kinds of pizza. Except for all meats, I don't understand you people. Why? Why do you need ham, sausage, steak, bits of steak, pepperoni? Like, why? Who needs that much meat on one goddamn pizza pie?
I
No
I
one.
like meat. I like meat. That can be taken out of context very badly.
What kind of meat, Connie?
Shut up. I'm kidding.
I've always been a veggie person, or well, technically fruit person on pizza. So don't take my opinion, folks. If anything, that probably means four meat pizza is like the greatest thing God has given you all.
Fruit on pizza?
Yeah.
That's the best thing?
Well, fruit pizza does exist. Like, not
Like
even as a
breakfast
dessert.
pizza.
Like, I know
Like,
that
what would a
I heard.
breakfast pizza be? Would you like, okay, would a breakfast pizza be like the crust is a pancake, the sauce is like maple syrup? Like, I know this sounds like a pancake at first, but just hear me out. We put an egg on top to serve as a substitute for the cheese. Then we just start adding
Mm,
random breakfast things as toppings. Let's throw on some cereal, some fruit. Let's just.
what? Okay, you lost me at the cereal.
I have no
You
idea. I
lost
would.
me at cereal. Well, I think like breakfast pizza can exist without like changing the base of it. Like a lot of surprisingly enough, a lot of like breakfast toppings already go on pizza. So like say you have your
Yeah.
base, your normal base, so sauce, cheese. You can still add bacon, sausage, eggs. Those are like the big ones. Um,
Okay,
hell, I know some
what are your
who
thoughts about hot sauce on pizza?
um like as a base for sauce or like just dipping it.
No, no, as like a base.
I've never tried that. However,
I've heard some
like,
people do that.
but honestly, I would be willing to try that. I know I like spicy food. I'm a pretty big fan. I'm not like a spice fanatic where I need all my food to be spicy. I know there are some people like that. I couldn't do that, no. But like, if I have to choose between like if there's two options for spicy or just plain, I'd probably take the spicy. So I'm open to more spicy stuff, and even if it means changing some of the fundamentals of a dish, I'm always willing to try it. I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to food. I mean, I got the fruit on pizza somehow, someday, so, you know, I've obviously experimented with stuff. What about you? Would you, like,
I'm not much of a
what's your,
spicy kind of person.
no.
It's kind of my thing. I've only just recently started to like wings.
Oh yes, spicy wings are good. If you get a good buffalo,
Yeah, wings are nice. I like boneless
bit,
wings. I'm not a fan of bones.
mm,
That can also be. I like that's another one of my favorite things to say. That can be taken out of context because
Your favorite flavor of wings?
my mind is in the gutter. I guess buffalo wings.
I don't know. Yeah, can't go wrong with buffalo. You can't. It's hard to mess up buffalo. Mhm.
Oh, I just remembered another thing.
Yeah.
This is kind of off topic, but can you look in the Picrew channel? You're gonna have to scroll up a little bit, but the last Picrew I posted,
Got it.
I wanted to talk to you about this. Um,
Yeah.
does this look more like you or me? Because I kind of made it. When I made it, I was trying to make myself, but it kind of just turned out a little bit like a fusion.
Yeah, I think it's more of a fusion, if anything. I feel like it has a lot of similar elements from both of us. Like, we both have brown hair.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously that was gonna stay. And I have a similar length to the picture shown. Um,
The frog.
yeah, freckles, I have that. Um, the color eyes isn't quite the same, but I still have light
Yeah,
colored eyes.
those are my
I
eyes.
yeah, I have blue. I have just clear blue.
Also the shirt.
Yeah, I have a similar style shirt. I actually am wearing something similar to that at this moment,
I
but
wish
it's
I could wear
black.
something similar to that.
Hmm. Oh. Um, I think the thing that makes it is the fact there's a frog
Yeah,
or a toad.
it's the frog.
Imagine you change your profile picture to that, and then we're just both frogs. We both have frog.
It's like a Dragon Ball or Steven Universe fusion. General is talking about we. Oh, General is just talking about We Dare for all sorts of consoles.
Oh God. Well, um,
We Dare for the Virtual Boy.
no, what would that even look like besides a red 3D mess?
I have an idea.
Oh no,
I'm not gonna say it, but I think you know what I'm thinking.
Connie.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Why? We Dare does not need to make any other consoles. Especially older generations. Just everything looks has way more polygons.
Oh man, polygons are very hot. They're so hot.
What?
Oh man, do I love some polygonal models?
Oh jeez. Mm.
It wouldn't be a ScottTraaPod episode without me getting weird in the second half.
I gotta say, Lara Croft has some good polygons, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. I
Um,
want That's why Laura Croft can't be in Smash. Because Smash is for good boys and girls,
no.
not for polygonal models. Except for Akira. Akira's cool.
Now that you mention that,
Double
Lara Croft
standards
in
much,
Smash would be.
Sakurai? Anyway, what were you
I'm
saying?
just,
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. Now that you say that, Lara Croft in Smash would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool, though I don't see it happening.
Nah.
Oh, I guess we should. I vote. I think we should save this for the next episode. But who do you want in Smash?
Uh, well, I gotta separate this into two categories. In terms of what I think could possibly make it, or my fever dream, that would be awesome, but that'll never happen. Like, well, what are we talking here?
Which one do you prefer?
The fever dream ones are much more fun to talk about, in my opinion. Uh, like I know one of my top characters. I want Joanne from Perfect Dark. Uh, Perfect Dark is such a good game. I love it. It it's probably one of the most fun experiences I've had with a game. I want her in Smash. It you could even mask it as GoldenEye representation. And I mean GoldenEye was pretty popular in the N64 days. So it's not even like it's completely off the table for Smash. Well, okay, well
Okay,
now that I say that,
that would be crazy if James Bond was the final
James
character.
Bond. Oh, come on. Now I want James Bond in Smash.
Now I'm just imagining all the characters as like Bond girls, like Samus or something.
Oh my god.
or a Bayonetta. Oh my.
Oh
Even just
no.
mentioning Bayonetta might. Though I think we all know who is a true best girl in Smash. Joker.
Can't argue with that one.
Also Byleth. Don't attack me. I love my blue hair transition goals.
Mm. I'm even though one of the worst characters in Smash, but goddamn, Rosalina looks pretty good in that game. Hmm.
None of the Mario girls appeal to me. Except for Daisy. Daisy's cool.
Oh, come on. What about Pauline? She's pretty. She's pretty cute.
Oh, I thought we were talking about like just in Smash.
Oh, well,
Well, Pauline's got a good singing voice.
she probably looks the most human out of
She
all of
does look
them.
the most human. You do have a fair point there.
Probably just because she's taller than like 4 feet.
Well, also Mario's like a little gremlin right next to Pauline.
I'm just gonna say it. That would be a very interesting relationship.
Bob, no.
I'm just saying, sounds like some wild stuff is going on there.
But the times before Donkey Kong must have been really weird.
Pauline is the Lady Demetrius of the Mario
Oh
series.
my god, yes. Well, you know what? If we're talking crack picks for Smash, why don't we talk about why don't we talk about her for Smash as some Resident Evil representation? Screw Leon Kennedy or
I
whatever his
think that,
name is.
yeah, yes,
I want a giant vampire lady in Smash.
hell yes. I've only played like one Resident Evil game. It wasn't even a good one. Um,
I've played
you
none
see,
of them. All I know is the memes of big tall vampire lady.
yeah, you see, I was a dumbass and I said, you know which one would be good to start with? Why don't I start with Resident Evil 6?
Why?
And yeah, I didn't get much enjoyment out of that title. So, I didn't. It's not even the game genre because I like shooters. I've played a lot of shooters. I like the Halo series.
I'm
Heck,
not
I'll
much
even
of a
defend the
shooter
Call of Duty.
person.
Titanfall was my favorite before before it shut down. Oh, I miss Titanfall. The first one, not the second one. The first one was so damn good. Um, but um, but I don't know, something about Resident Evil 6. I think it's the pacing. It's very slow. Um, and not only that, but the story just wasn't very memorable. So you have storytelling that isn't exactly captivating, mixed with certain acts that just go on for way too long, and you don't even get the payoff of seeing what happens next in the story because the story isn't that great. So you're left feeling empty and frustrated by the time you're done with it. I would like to see Resident Evil representation in Smash just because it's iconic. Leon is,
It did get a spirit event.
yeah,
Also, I do kind of for my pick for Smash. I think I kind of have to address something. Capcom.
yeah,
I think they're the fine.
oh yeah.
That's my guess. My prediction is that Capcom is going to is someone from Capcom is going to be the final fighter. I'm calling it now.
Ooh.
I'm I'm playing
Okay. Well,
some risky games here, but I think I get it. I think I know what they're doing.
yeah.
So we've been getting a lot of Capcom representation the entire run of the game. We got Ken in the base game.
Mhm.
We've gotten spirit events. We've gotten Mii costumes, and we've gotten a lot of stuff. We've gotten so much stuff that isn't it a bit suspicious that they wouldn't have done another character? Well,
Yeah. And that I could totally see that.
I think,
But but what? Ness? Because I'm not very familiar with many of Capcom's properties.
I think they've kind of slowly deconfirmed who it could be. Dante was deconfirmed through the Mii Fighter costume. Um, a bunch of Mega Man
Mhm.
characters through Mii costumes. Um, Leon or whatever the hell his name is got deconfirmed. I guess through a spirit event. I mean, they wouldn't do a spirit event for Resident Evil if they were going to put a character in for him. My guess
Mhm.
is the boy himself, my favorite lawyer, Phoenix fucking Wright, is going to be our final
Oh
fighter.
my.
It makes sense. It makes so much sense. Maybe it's because I'm biased and I love the games, and also I think Phoenix is pretty hot. I think everyone in the Ace Attorney series is pretty hot.
Yeah, fair enough.
We got cool spiky hair protagonist. We got Ghost Lady with who I don't know how old she is, which again kind of makes things weird. Then we got younger Ghost Lady who's definitely a child. Then we got I know their names, I'm just not saying them for comedic effect. We got a guy who isn't British, though I feel like he should be British. Also, whenever I see him talk in the games, I imagine a Pro ZD's voice coming out. We got a abusive German lady with a whip.
Oh no, kinky.
Uh, other ghost lady who dies. Um, we got a lot of ghost ladies. I'm not saying. Oh, wait. I can't. I'm not gonna. I'm not saying the child ghost lady's hot. Everyone else is, but not the child. Pearl, I think that's her name. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's cute, but that's because child. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see.
I like Ace Attorney. It's fun.
I could totally see that just because it's not only just a popular character from a popular series from other developer, but there's been a lot of people who have requested it. So it's not so if they're gonna end out on a bang, but nothing too big, this seems like the right character.
Well, hey, the only other big options that could cause a giant uproar would be like
Master Chief. Master Chief.
I'm going off of no repeat companies.
Oh.
Though, if I were to do repeats, or consider repeats, I probably would put Master Chief higher. Because that would be
Mhm.
awesome. I mean, I don't even play Halo and I'd be hyped.
Yeah. I definitely think it's gonna be from a character from with another developer. I don't think they're gonna end off on a first. first party
There's only
character.
two first party characters that I feel like could cause
Except
enough.
Waluigi.
It's Waluigi. It's either Waluigi or Gino that could cause that much.
Yeah, and we know it ain't Gino.
Hey, they could do another Kazuya thing where they put a Mii Fighter costume from the series, and then
Fair enough.
they
Um,
psych you out with like, guess what? Never mind. Which is also part of my theory on why I think Phoenix is sorry. Excuse me.
it's fine.
Phoenix is getting in.
If it's not a Capcom character, then my next guest would be a Konami character.
Oh, that's.
Uh, I don't know why. I don't know.
I'm trying to think what
I,
Konami characters
easy.
do we
I
want?
know. I know for sure. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The Teenage
There's
Mutant
no way.
Ninja Turtles could not get into Smash.
No, they're 100% getting in Smash. I'm surprised Sakurai just hasn't said it yet. I think it's pretty obvious.
That's like Goku getting in. I feel like Goku's more likely than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, Goku is not likely at all.
But in all seriousness, I could really see something from like maybe like Contra getting into Smash.
Yeah,
Maybe they could incorporate the Konami code with them. Like, if you're playing like a stock battle, um, like if you input the Konami code on like the character select screen after you've selected the Contra fighter, you get like 30 stock.
oh my God.
That would be so overpowered. Like, it would be so overpowered that they'd have to ban him from tournaments. Just,
Oh God.
just cause, like, hey, you better not be doing any Konami codes. We're like, no, no, I'm just playing as Contra guy. You better not be doing that fucking Konami code. Up, up, down, down. Don't you dare!
And if it's not a Konami character, then there's one pretty big company that has knock-on representation. And once I say it, it's pretty obvious. This would mean that it wouldn't be a completely new character, I'd say, just because it would be from a returning franchise. But we haven't gotten a Sega rep. And if
Well, I mean,
Sega
Sonic.
character, well, no, well, yeah, Sonic, but in terms of DLC, we've gotten no Sega representation.
Atlas
So,
owns, Sega owns Atlas, though.
true. Fair enough. But I
I
mean,
still, fair point. We could use another Sega rep.
but if it's from Sega, I think pretty much everyone's going to expect it to be Shadow.
I could easily see a Sonic character being the final, like, sorry, Eggman, Tails, or Shadow. I could really see any of them. It
Yeah.
would be even crazier if they did Eggman to coincide with a Sonic movie too, and then there's just like his default costume is Jim Carrey, and then like his alternate costume is like his more iconic design. But I want to run around and smash as Jim Carrey.
I'm just saying, it's Sonic's anniversary this year.
You bring up a fair point, but it's also isn't it Ace Attorney's anniversary this year?
Is it? I don't know. I
It
know like
might.
nothing
I
about Ace
don't.
Attorneys. I've
Wait,
never
hold
played
on.
one.
I think it is, though I might just be confused because of the Great Ace Attorney coming out. I'm googling it right now.
Hmm.
Oh,
I
it's.
don't.
I'm right. I was right. It's its 20th anniversary.
Okay, well then you know what? You know what I guess then? I'm guessing
What?
they're gonna pull a bait and switch on us. They're going to come out with this wild character. First, they're going to reveal it's Phoenix Wright. But then, you know what his alt is? His alt is Shadow. It would simply
Why would
be
his
a no.
alt be Shadow? He would just be doing like objections. Why would Shadow be going objection, objection? Shadow just
I'm just saying. I think that would be the best character in Smash history. I think they should really profit off of this while they have the chance.
I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. I'm not gonna say the whole thing, but it's. I've listened to that video like several times today.
I just want to give a moment of silence for all the Square Enix fans who um who will never see Sora. They've been wanting it so bad,
If
and they
Sora
were
actually
robbed.
does become the final fighter, that would be awesome.
I
Cause
don't
the,
know. I just can't
cause the
see it
only
happening.
I
There's
know I
already
couldn't see it
so many
happening,
Square Enix.
but it would just be funny. Cause you could say, "Heh, Disney has representation in Smash," which I mean that would be totally a way to end it off. Like, we're gonna combine one crossover with another crossover, and then just connect it to Disney. Which then,
If
once
we're
you
thinking
connect
of,
it to Disney, you can connect it to basically anything.
oh my God,
Like, once you start going to like into stuff that they own, like Fox and Star Wars and Marvel, you just start to create
oh
this
God.
giant web from one character in Smash.
Okay,
Do you think Kingdom
I'm
Hearts 4 will have Marvel characters?
no.
I That would be fun though. Get like Square Enix to team up with like whoever made the Spider-Man PS4 game, have them develop a level. See, I know nothing about Kingdom Hearts. Who, for all I know, that would never work. There's a bug on my computer. Get off there, bug. What are you doing?
If we're going with more like first party ideas, um, I could
Waluigi.
see a
I'm lazy.
maybe not necessarily this game, but say that a future Smash Brothers,
Hmm.
I could see a Guardian, not the enemy, uh, like part of the team, from Breath of the Wild. I don't know their names. I don't play the Breath of the Wild or Breath of the Hyrule Warriors or Age of Calamity.
Wait, you
But
haven't
I'm
played
pretty
Breath
sure
of the Wild?
I have not played Breath of the Wild.
What are you doing? Go,
Look, I spent all the
Bob.
money on those games. Can you blame me?
I probably could, but I'm not gonna.
Besides, I want the physical version of the game. And I
Well,
and I'm not dropping that much. I prefer to get things on sale like the cheap person I am.
well then wait for Black Friday, but make sure to get it. It's a good game.
I'll try.
I was impressed by it. I used to
Well,
think that I would not be a Zelda person, but then I liked it. And it was. Then I tried it. I liked it, then I tried it. I'm pretty sure I got the order mixed up there.
yeah, I want to try it. It's just I don't know. I found my priorities in other games first. Um, and that's funny for me because I'm not a big Zelda fan, but I have enjoyed all the times I played Zelda in the past.
It's going on
Um,
midnight.
like I played Wind Waker, that was fun. That's my favorite. Um, I played Ocarina of Time. I'm guessing that's a hot take. That I prefer Wind Waker over Ocarina of Time.
I've
Um,
only played Breath of the Wild. Oh, hi, Skylar. Skylar joined.
I played the original on NES and the second one on NES. I played Link to the Past on SNES. So I've definitely had some Zelda experience. Um,
I've only gotten one experience in Zelda, and that's just Breath of the Wild. I want to play Skyward Sword HD
I don't know. I think I'd rather play the original,
with.
like the original Skyward Sword, not the remake or not remake, remaster.
It just
I don't know.
seems like so much
I
fun
prefer game.
just swinging around a controller like a sword. Sometimes I just wanted you just want to do that. Maybe I could tape a Joy-Con to an actual sword, and then boom, I have a useless peripheral.
Yeah, and accidentally slash your TV.
Well, I have a foam sword.
Oh,
I have a foam sword that's like my dog Bonnie chewed on it. Still works.
I have family members who have like a machete, so that could be a reality for me, and that's funny.
Tape a Joy-Con to a machete and play Skyward Sword. There are two types of people in this world.
Screw VR. I'm getting the true in-person experience. It's like I'm really there.
You accidentally just like slice your TV in half when you get too close. This episode is just a roller coaster. We start off by talking about roller coasters, then we go to death and destruction, and now we're back at food and Smash.
Look, I'm just saying, you could have the best gaming experience if you were to tape a Joy-Con or a Wii remote to the machete. Then, if anyone tries to interrupt you or tell you you have to stop playing, who's the one with the machete?
just like just like it's time for bed. Is it, mother?
Oh, really, Mom?
Oh, how the tables have turned. Oh wait, no, I meant to say it incorrectly, like the Office quote. Fuck.
Ah, yes. Have you seen
Skylar,
it? Have you?
I
Have
watched. I've watched The Office. Skylar wants to say something. Should we?
you
Should we let her?
yes, of course.
Okay, you're
I'd
on,
say
caller.
one thing.
What?
Gex.
Damn it, Skylar.
I gotta say, that that was like that was like a luau at Mel Blanc's house. Oh, yes. What do you have to say?
I appreciate that. The luau at Mel Blink's reference. That's actually pretty funny. Sorry, but
You gotta have Gex quotes on hand.
You're you're fine. I'm just
that is
sitting in.
Gex.
I'm just sitting in the corner because as much as I watch the show, I don't know a lot about Gex. I mean,
I
I
am
know
currently in my
he's a
virginity
lizard
room
with sun.
myself, so
He's a lizard with sunglasses.
classic Gex.
Cl-
Classic.
Classic
I
Gex.
unironically unironically now, whenever my parents make tacos for dinner, the first thing I say, this is like taco night at James Earl Jones's house.
That's a classic Gex reference.
Classic Gex.
Classic Gex.
Well, I'm gonna go back to audience.
Okie
Have
dokie,
fun.
bye, Skylar. It's going on midnight. This is probably our longest episode,
Yep.
which I'm probably gonna have to get someone to proof watch because I think some of the footage might be unusable. Because one, I think there's an email. Two, I think I make too many burping noises. And three, the third thing. You know the rule of threes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah. I think I just watched too much Video Game Donkey. Gex was a part of me before Scott even talked about it or made it a joke.
He's a lizard with sunglasses.
Such a Gex move.
Well, maybe it's time to start wrapping up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Anything you wanted to say before we sign off?
I am sorry for the pain you had to go through, everybody.
But if you want to hear about more pain, please look up the station.
No! No! No. Here's a recommendation. Go to the subreddit Wholesome Yuri. It's perfect. It's
Mhm.
better than eye bleach, in my opinion. But also it makes me sad because I wish I was any of that.
Well, if it makes you feel oh, Skylar has something to say. Skylar.
Toaster.
What?
Gay. I'm just being a nuisance today.
You are being a nuisance. You genuinely are.
I know that's so funny.
Anyway,
I've been
Bob,
listening to this while doing homework, and every time it's just like, should I call in? I am now because I'm too tired to have common sense.
oh well, I know everyone's going to be talking about you in the comments. That, or it's just going to be a bunch of
Good.
exclamation points. Anyway, Bob, what were you going to say?
Skylar, you should come on more often.
I will.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Hell
like
yeah.
America's love child, Griffin McElroy.
I mean, that's not wrong.
But who's Travis in the situation?
Uh, I don't know. I don't think it's me.
But anyway, what were you actually going to say before Skylar interrupted?
Oh, I was just gonna say. Well, there's also another subreddit I like to go to. It's called r/amusement dark, where you can look up the best amusement park accident.
Bob. I'm
Okay, I'll stop with
tired.
the shade.
Good night, everybody. I'm gonna go binge watch Power Rangers. Oh, yeah, I guess like,
Night.
comment, subscribe. Do
Mhm.
you know every single YouTuber has told you this a bajillion times? Okay,
Have,
bye.
mm,
Bye.
have a good day, folks.